My castle! What has happened?
Ooh, I can tell you what happened.
What?
Ooh, I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all. Yes, I did.
You did? Well then, what happened?
Ooh, it was the powerful and evil wizard Morack who did it. Ooh, I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize out of thin air. Thank goodness he didn't notice me.
Don't stop now, go on.
He conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle. With another incantation, Morack then caused the wind to draw the castle up into the sky and out of sight. Ooh, it was something to see, all right.
Why? Why would this wizard, Morack, want my castle? What could he have against me and my family?
That I don't know. Ooh, I only know that it was Morack who took your castle and your family. Well, perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard, which is why I recognized Morack. Ooh, unlike Morack, though, my employer is a very good wizard. His name is Crispin, but we all call him Crispin for short. The only problem is, you see... Woo-hoo-hoo! Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. The only problem is that Crispin is getting on in years and tends to be a bit forgetful.
I don't know. This doesn't sound as if it would work.
Oh, sure it would. Crispin is a very qualified wizard, one of the best. He just gets a little forgetful now and again, that's all. Now, where is it? Oh, I know I brought it with me. Aha! Here it is.
What is that?
Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Morack. Oh, excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you.
What is that stuff?
Oh, just some old leftover fairy dust I've been carrying around. Ooh, it'll help you to fly. You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. Ooh, I think the fairy dust is still good. Come on, up here! Follow me! Looks like the fairy dust just wore off.
Cedric, where have you been? I've been calling for you. Well, well, what have we here? A bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog. Cedric, go into the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea.
Oh, aye, aye, Crispin.
The Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Morack and his abuse of his power. Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times. It never seems to do any good, though.
Crispin, why would Morack want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Morack is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his.
Oh, I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty, Crispin. That's why I brought him here.
Well, let me see now. I used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know, but I've gotten a little rusty lately.
A little rusty.
That's quite enough from you, Cedric.
Oh, yes, sir, Crispin, sir.
I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you. Most of my wizard stuff is pretty old and worn out. But let's see what I can find. That won't do. That's all used up. It might work. Here, eat this.
What is that?
That's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year. With it, you'll be able to communicate with the natural and animal world. You could find that quite helpful. Here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone. You should know that wands are like pets. They've got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you. You'd better get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Morack could be up to. You go with him, Cedric. Show him the way.
Oh, me.
Yes, you. Don't be such a coward. Now go on. You'd better get started.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you've done for me.
I suggest we visit the town first. How about it, Your Majesty?
Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you'd just call me Graham.
Oh, I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south, not too far.
Well then, let's be on our way, Cedric.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake!
A large, venomous snake blocks Graham's passage to the east.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here.
How goes it with you, good fellow?
Not well, I'm afraid. This old wagon's always giving me trouble.
Can I help you in any way?
Thank you kindly, but I think I can handle it.
All right then. Good luck.
Thanks. With this wagon, I'm gonna need it.
May I help you, sir?
In the corner of the shop, draped casually over a tailor's form, Graham sees a thick, fur-lined cloak.
I'm interested in buying something here.
Ah, let me show you some things. A fine piece of cloth. With this material, I could make you beautiful shirts. There isn't a more beautiful piece of fabric to be found anywhere. With this, I could make you the finest trousers you've ever had. Well, what do you think?
Well, right now I'm just looking. Thanks anyway.
Sure. Whatever you say, I'm just here to help.
Graham notices a shiny silver coin lying forgotten on the street near the broken wagon. Bending. The town is busy with people going. Graham notices an old wooden barrel on the street corner. Inside the barrel, Graham sees an old rotting fish. Graham leans way down into the barrel and removes, phew, the smelly old fish.
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything.
Graham notices a strong little sled hanging on a side wall.
If it's not in by tomorrow, I'll send you to the sawmill.
Okay, Papa?
A pet goldfish swims endlessly around in its fishbowl.
This is a fine little toy shop you have here. You must be very proud.
Danke, son. I've worked very hard at it over the years.
Are most of these toys your creations?
Yeah, most of them. But not all. Some my son made, some I bought, some I traded for.
You're very talented.
Danke. Well, let me know if I can help you.
Ooh, I'll wait for you here, Graham.
And how is your poor dear mother doing, William?
Oh, she hasn't been doing too well lately. But my brother and I help out whenever we can. Thanks for asking, Amanda.
Austin, keep your fingers out of that pie. The pies look lovely. I think I'll take one.
Yes, they were just made fresh this morning. Here you go.
Yes, this will be a fine dessert for our dinner tonight. Let's go home, Austin.
Here's the last of the pies.
Welcome to our bakehouse, traveler. Of course, all of our wares are wonderful, but today we've got a special on custard pies. Just 1 silver coin each, but take your time. Let me know when you're ready.
The Baker brothers seem to have a pet, a large mangy cat. Delicious, mouth-watering custard pies lining the tables and countertop attract Graham's eyes and nose. The wonderful smells of the bakehouse set Graham's stomach to rumbling and his mouth to watering. The baker, a large, sturdy fellow, waits for customers behind a pie-covered counter. In the kitchen of the bakehouse, Graham can see another big, burly man doing the day's baking.
Everything looks so delicious, it's hard to decide what to buy.
Everybody has that problem, but what a problem to have.
Those custard pies look most delicious.
Yes, they're made from a recipe handed down from our dear Mama and her Mama before her.
It's still hard to decide, though.
Well, take your time, there's no hurry.
Sir, I would like to purchase one of your custard pies.
These pies cost 1 silver coin each.
I've got it right here. Here you go.
I hope you enjoy your custard pie.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
A large haystack dominates the area in front of the barn. Carefully, Graham searches through the haystack, but doesn't see anything of importance.
Ooh, watch out for the bear, Graham!
A large bear seems to be very interested in the honey inside the old tree.
I am Queen Beatrice, kind sir. I wish to thank you ever so much for saving our hive from the claws of that horrible bear. In return, I offer you a luscious honeycomb from our hive. Please feel free to retrieve one. I promise my bees won't harm you. It may come in handy on your travels.
Graham bends down and picks up the large stick from the ground. Graham reaches a hand into the beehive and retrieves a very sticky chunk of honeycomb. Wrapping it in a protective piece of cloth, he then pockets it. A bully of a dog terrorizes the poor ants as he playfully digs at their large anthill. A mangy old dog digs playfully at the huge anthill.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm King Antony the Great. May I ask who you are?
Why, certainly. I'm King Graham of Daventry, and this is my friend Cedric. We're seeking a way to cross the great mountains to the ocean on the other side.
That is a very perilous undertaking. I wish you would reconsider. But if you shall not, in return for rescuing our home from that flea-bitten cur, I wish to offer you our help, if perchance you may ever need it.
Thank you very much, King Antony. Cedric and I appreciate your kind offer. We look forward to meeting you again.
Ooh, there's nothing but a hot, dry desert for the West.
A small oasis. Its tantalizing water, so sparkling in the desert sun. Graham's hot, thirsty body. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. The facade of a magnificent temple has been carved into the rocky cliffs by an unknown ancient civilization. From across the desert sands, Graham can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
Open sesame!
Ah, uneasily, Graham reaches down and removes the old shoe from the desert sand. The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. He must drink, and soon. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Ah, life-giving water. Beautiful harem girl belly dances for the merrymaking bandits within the larger tent. The bandits' horses rest in the desert sun while their unsavory owners revel within the large tent. Snoring loudly upon a beautiful carpet lies a sleeping bandit. Assorted odds and ends clutter the inside of this small tent, while upon a lovely carpet sleeps another of the despicable renegades. Taking care to be very quiet, Graham reaches out and takes the staff into his possession. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the Looming majestically before him, the massive temple door beckons tantalizingly to Graham. The jeweled staff is obviously the work of an expert craftsman.
Open sesame! Oh no! The staff broke!
Quickly, Graham grabs the old brass bottle. Bending down, Graham hurriedly picks up the gold coin from the temple floor.
Phew, that was close.
Ah, the hot sun and choking sand.
Well, there you are. I was just starting to get concerned.
Don't worry about me, Cedric. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Ooh, keep your eye on the gypsies, Graham. I don't trust them.
A gypsy wagon is encamped here at the edge of the woods. On the side of the wagon, the words "Fortune Teller" have been painted. A large ox, tied to the gypsy's wagon, peacefully munches on grass. Within the gypsy encampment, Graham notices a tall, burly man who keeps a suspicious eye on him and Cedric. The sullen man doesn't appear to be the conversational sort.
It will cost you 1 gold coin to see Madamushka.
You may see Madame Mushka now.
Warning: this cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or
So, you are here to see Madame Mushka, no? Well, come closer. Sit down. I will tell you your fortune. Already I can tell that you are on a quest of great urgency. We will see what we can find out for you. Look, Ingram. Look into the crystal ball.
Look, Manannan, look what I have for you. Take a good look at what you did to my brother, Alexander. Because of you, he's doomed to spend the rest of his days as a cat, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you can do something about it. Since you're the one that did this to him, you're the only one who can turn him back again. Back to the wizard Manannan.
Alexander!
I don't know how, Morack. I'm not a wizard. I just happened to stumble across some magic spells and accidentally turned your brother into a cat. I didn't mean it. Please believe me, Morack. I don't know how to turn him back into a wizard.
You're holding out on me, little man. You're taking advantage of my good nature, but not for long. If I don't get a change of tune from you soon, I'll feed your family to the cat, starting with your dear mother. Remember what I said. I'll only give you a little more time to decide before your family becomes cat food.
That is all. But I see that your mission is very dangerous indeed. I will give you something to help you. Here, wear this. It is a magic amulet. It will protect you against all but the most powerful magic. Good luck, King Graham. Be careful. That Morack is a bad one.
Thank you, Madame Mushka.
Madame Mushka is tired. No more for today.
A graceful weeping willow tree grows beside a small pond created from her tears. In her branch-like arms she clutches a beautiful harp as a child would a cherished toy.
Miss Willow?
Yes?
You can talk?
Why, of course I can. What did you expect?
Well, I've never seen a talking tree before. What's wrong?
Everything's wrong, can't you tell? I'm not really a tree. I'm really a princess. You see, my fiancé and I were walking through this wood when a nasty old witch came along and was instantly charmed by my handsome prince. When he naturally refused her advances, she jealously banished him to a faraway land and turned me into a tree. Then she stole my heart.
Stole your heart?
Yes. She turned my heart to gold and took it away with her. The only way I can become human again is to have my heart brought back. Now, all I have to cheer me up is my harp. It's quite magical, you know. It plays the sweetest music you've ever heard. Now please, leave me alone in my sorrow.
The sign seems self-explanatory enough. Enter at your own risk.
Back to the east is Crispin's house.
The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head. He then carefully tucks the amulet into the front of his tunic, hiding it from sight.
Oh, no! Oh, I'm not going in there! Can't you read the sign?
Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here.
Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
And snarling roots, creeping vines, decaying logs, twisted, gnarled trees. The close feeling of the gloomy forest quickly overwhelms Graham. To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he is wearing, just as Madame Mushka said it would.
What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic?
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this confusing forest?
I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner.
We'll see about that.
Yes, won't we? What's this?
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
Good. That old witch won't be seen here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest?
Tucked under a large crack in the wall, which seems to serve as a window, Graham sees an interesting wooden trunk. A small, intricate spinning wheel is put away in the trunk. Reaching a hand into the trunk, Graham retrieves the small spinning wheel. Graham spies a small drawer built into the trunk of a tree, which pokes awkwardly through the wall of the house. A small leather pouch is tucked away in the drawer. Graham reaches the drawer and removes the leather pouch. Upon opening the leather pouch, Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds. The trio of sparkling emeralds dazzle the eyes. An interesting incense burner hangs from a protruding tree branch. Occasionally, from within it, a tiny glint winks. What's this? Why, it's a little key. A small door built into the trunk of a large twisted tree catches Graham's attention. Graham tugs firmly on the door in the tree, but finds it securely locked. Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock. Graham is charmed to find a little golden heart inside the door of the twisted old tree. Reaching into the little door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart. A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west. Graham squeezes the honeycomb as hard as he can, which causes the honey to drip out of it onto the ground, creating a sticky little puddle at his feet. Now all that's left of the honeycomb is a piece of beeswax, which Graham puts back in his pocket.
Please, let me go. I beg of you.
Why should I do that? What will you do for me?
I'll show you the way out of the forest, if you let me go.
How do I know I can trust you?
I give you my word. An elf never breaks his word.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but okay.
Move over, Rocky. You're in our way.
Sorry.
Follow me. In here.
Warning, this cartoon contains
Hey, over here. I've got something for you. I never take anything without giving in return. For your generosity in giving me those exquisite emeralds, I give you my finest pair of shoes. May they help you in your quest. Follow that passage over there. It's the way out of the dark forest.
Thank you very much for all your help. I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for these fine shoes.
Oh, I'm glad to see you're okay. I was beginning to worry.
You were right not to want to venture in that dark forest, Cedric. I thought I'd never get out of there alive.
My heart. I don't need this old thing anymore. Look at me, I'm a princess again. Herbert!
Alicia. Where have you been all this time, my love?
Oh, darling, just take me home. I'll tell you on the way.
Now, why would she toss aside this beautiful harp? Well, if she doesn't want it, I'll take it.
A tambourine lies on the ground near the abandoned gypsy encampment. Not seeing the tambourine's owner, Graham bends down and rescues it from the ground.
Ooh, is that a new dance, Graham? The Boogaloo?
A small shuttered window fronts the gnome's house. An old grandfather gnome sits contentedly on an old stump and smokes a large pipe while watching his grandson at play.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I was just noticing your son's marionette. It's very interesting. Where did you get it?
It's grandson, not son, and I made it for him. Why do you care?
I just wanted to comment on its artistry. It's very well done. I don't suppose it could be bought.
If it could, the price would be very steep. I reckon you couldn't afford it. Now, leave me and my grandson be. Where did you get this? I thought I had lost it.
Oh, is it yours? I found it in the old witch's house in the dark forest.
So that's where it got to. The old hag took it, eh? You know, this ain't an ordinary spinning wheel.
It's not? What's so special about it?
Why, this spinning wheel can spin straw into gold, that's what. Except you've got to know how to use it. I doubt even the witch could figure that out. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Now wait, not so fast. How about that marionette? Don't you think the price of the spinning wheel is worth at least twice that of the puppet? I'd love to have it.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, give that marionette to the man here. I'll make a new one. Come on, boy. Let's gather up some wood for a new puppet.
Graham watches with surprise as a contingent of ants marches into the haystack and begins to swarm through it.
I'm glad to see there was a way that we could be of help to you. Look here. We found a golden needle in the haystack. I'd like to present it to you. Perhaps you can find a use for it.
Why, thank you, King Antony. I'm honored.
Good luck in your travels, King Graham. And be careful.
Suddenly, frantic squeakings alert Graham to a mangy cat chasing a terrified rat.
Wow! Oh, thank you, good sir. You saved my life. My children and I will never forget your kindness. Maybe someday
May I help you, sir? My golden needle! Wherever did you find it?
It was in a haystack by the country inn.
By the inn? Oh yes, I remember visiting there not long ago. Oh, vulgar man, that innkeeper. He has no scruples at all.
Well, I'm glad to see you've got your golden needle back. I wonder, could you possibly see fit to give me that wonderful cloak in exchange for it?
The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours, for the price of a golden needle.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm sure it will help me on my travel.
I'm sure it will. Good luck. Au revoir.
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything. Where did you get this wunderbar marionette? The craftsmanship is excellent.
Well, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I got it from a little gnome.
I must have it. Can I buy it from you?
Actually, you may have it if you'll give me the sled in trade.
Why, of course. But I must tell you, I think I'm getting the better deal. I can always make another sled, but finding another marionette of this quality... Ich weiß nicht.
So, can I have the sled?
Yeah, take it, it's yours.
Thank you very much. I think I'll find this sled very useful.
Well, you enjoy it, and danke for the marionette.
Take a look around if you want, but we don't have any shoes to sell you right now. We sold our last finished pair yesterday. Our business ain't doing so good anymore, and we're getting too old to keep trying.
Is there anything I can do to help?
There ain't nothing you can do, short of buying us out. But like I said, if you want to look around, feel free.
Okay, thanks.
The old shoemaker wearily hammers tiny nails in a shoe sole. He doesn't even seem to notice Graham.
What have we here? Mama, take those shoes from the young man. Let me see them. These are the finest pair of shoes I've ever seen. The leather is soft and pliable, yet sturdy. The craftsmanship of these shoes are superb. And Mama, look at the solid gold buckle. Why, I could retire from the sale of these shoes.
Then the shoes are yours. I don't think I could find a better use for them.
You are a godsend, young man. How can we ever repay you?
You don't need to repay me. Just knowing I helped you is enough for me.
Well, it ain't much, but it's all I've got to give. Here, take my cobbler's hammer. Perhaps you can find a use for it. Since I'll be retiring, I won't need it anymore. Thanks to you.
Why, thank you. A hammer could be very useful on my journey.
Take care, young man. We'll never forget this.
That's right, son. We'll finally be able to retire in comfort. You'll be in our hearts from now on. Come on, Mama, let's go home. Let's celebrate our good fortune.
Graham notices three rough-looking men huddled over the bar in serious conversation. Since they're talking in such low tones, Graham can't quite hear what they're saying.
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey, boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rub 'em out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds.
I told you I'd repay your kindness when you saved me from that horrible cat. Good luck, friend.
Graham stoops down and picks up the sturdy rope from the stone floor. Using the cobbler's hammer, Graham pounds on the rusty padlock until it breaks apart. Graham looks around the inn's kitchen and finds it rather sparse and untidy. Inside the cupboard, Graham sees a large, juicy leg of lamb. Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham pulls out the savory leg of lamb. Finding the kitchen door locked, Graham unlocks it before going outside. What a wonderful bluebird! It could almost make Graham happy again if it wasn't for his family.
Begone, you slithery varmint! Scat!
A few hours later, Graham begins to shiver at the sudden drop in temperature. Graham dons his warm cloak for protection against the freezing mountain air. The remains of an old tree poke out of the mountainside near an upper ledge. Graham notices a rock overhang near an upper ledge. Graham notices his stomach beginning to rumble with hunger from the exertion of the mountain climb. Graham finds the leg of lamb a bit tough, but tasty enough. Filling up quickly, he saves the other half for later.
Oh, be careful, Graham! Oh, do be careful, Graham!
Help me!
Cedric! Drat! My sled is broken.
A shivering eagle perches weakly upon a small rock. Despite his own problems, Graham's heart goes out to the poor thing.
What's wrong, Mr. Eagle?
I'm so weak from hunger. I haven't been able to catch any food for days. I can barely fly anymore.
I'd like to help you. Let me see what I can do.
Thank you. I need food.
Here, take this. Perhaps it will help you.
You are a kind man to share your meager food with a poor bird, especially up here in these snowy mountains.
Well, I couldn't just stand there and let you starve to death. What kind of person would I be?
You have shown yourself to be a kind, compassionate man, and I will not forget what you did for me. Goodbye, dear friend.
I am Queen Isabella, and you have entered my domain now. I command you to kneel before me. Since both you and your friend over there have so thoughtlessly invaded my territory without my permission or knowledge, I have decided you shall both be put to death. Take him away, my pet.
Warning, this cartoon contains material that...
Wait, my pet. That was very lovely music. I've never heard anything quite that beautiful before. I think I felt my heart melting. Just a little bit. Just enough, that is, to allow you a chance for your freedom. A vicious Yeti has entered the area and taken up residence in my prized crystal cave. So far, I have been unable to extricate him from either the cave or my territory. If you can rid me of the Yeti, I will release both you and your owl friend, and you two can continue on your journey unhindered. You may rise now. I wish you luck in defeating the Yeti. If you succeed, you will have my undying gratitude. Go with him, Sir Grey Wolf. Show him the way to the Crystal Cave. You may go now. Sir Grey Wolf will lead the way.
Yonder's the Crystal Cave. There you will find the Yeti.
So very gently, Graham hits the beautiful crystal several times with his hammer. until it breaks loose in one piece. He then carefully places it among his other possessions.
I see that the Yeti is dead. Queen Isabella will be pleased. Come, follow me.
Warning, this cartoon contains material.
Ah, good. You have returned in victory, I presume.
Yes, Your Majesty. The Yeti is dead. He will no longer be a scourge upon your realm. Are my friend and I free to go now?
Yes, I keep my promises. I want to thank you for ridding my mountain domain of the horrible Yeti. Please rise, King Graham. Yes, I know who you are, and I have been informed of your quest. I do wish you luck against the wizard Morack. You too may go. We wish you well on your difficult journey. Sir Grey Wolf will show you the way out of the mountains.
Graham rescues a lovely golden locket from the leafy clutches of the roc's nest.
Nice birdie. Good birdie. Gucci Gucci Goo.
Hang on, I'll get you out of this.
Oh, Graham, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
You'd never believe it, Cedric. You'd never believe it.
Graham notices a rusty iron bar lying on the sand near the bottom of the windy path.
Look, Graham, there's a boat here. Maybe we can use it.
An old cast-off sailboat sits forlornly on the narrow sandy beach. Firmly, Graham wedges the softened piece of beeswax into the small hole in the boat's hull. Hopefully, the wax will hold and make her seaworthy.
Come on, Cedric, get in the boat.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes, I think we should, Cedric.
Ooh, Graham, I don't like the looks of this.
Me neither.
Graham, help me!
Where did you find him, Manada? We found him on the beach. Isn't he luscious? I don't know. He doesn't look like my type. What do you think, Krulina? I think he looks too old and tough. I like my meals to be young and tender. What's he doing? What's that thing? I don't know, but I want it. Hey, let's stop here! Come on, get her, girl! Get her!
Half hidden in the coarse island grass, Graham notices an old fishhook. Graham quickly bends down and rescues the fishhook from the ground. The sandy path ends at two narrow ledges overhanging the craggy island. Poor Cedric. Having been seriously wounded by the vicious harpies, he now lies moaning and in pain upon the sandy path.
Graham, help me!
Cedric, where do you hurt?
Ooh, everywhere!
Graham notices a large conch shell lying delicately upon the sandy beach. Graham bends over and picks up the beautifully colored shell. A makeshift house, fashioned from the bow of a wrecked ship, occupies the south end of a small, narrow beach.
Who are you? And what are you doing on my beach?
I'm King Graham of Daventry, and I'm on a journey to find the wizard Morack's island. But I seem to be stuck. I don't know where to go from here.
Hey, what's that you say? What's this? Now what were you wanting?
My owl friend is hurt. He was wounded by the harpies.
Wounded by the harpies, did you say? We'll bring him on into the house. I'll fix him right up. Good as new. Lay him on the bed there. These poultices should fix the little feller up good as new.
Ooh, I'm feeling better already. Tell me, what was in those poultices? My employer would be very interested in them.
Hey, what was that?
I said, what was in those poultices? My employer would be interested in them.
Gifts from the sea, lad. Gifts from the sea. Ain't nothing special. You just gotta know how to use them. I don't think he'd find them particularly interesting. Now, son, What was it you were trying to tell me before?
I was trying to find out where the wizard Morack's island is. He kidnapped my family and is holding them hostage there. I must get to them before it's too late.
Oh, I'm right sorry to hear about that. He's a nasty one, that Morack. I wouldn't want to tangle with him. I tried to talk you out of going there, except I can see you can't leave your poor defenseless family unaided. I can enlist someone who can lead you straight to his island. Follow me outside. Pearl, this man needs your help. He needs you to lead him to Morack's island. It's a real emergency. Morack's holding his family hostage. Pearl can't speak human talk, but she's agreed to help you. Just get on into your boat and follow her.
Cedric and I want to thank you for all your help, Mr.
Don't worry about who I am. You just get on over to that there island and take care of your family.
Aye, aye, sir. We're off. Come on, Cedric. Brace yourself, Cedric!
Help me, I'm caught! Oh, help!
Are you all right, Cedric?
Well, let me see. Oh, I'm fine, Graham. Just a bit ruffled is all.
Ugh, a dead fish. Oh, maybe I can use it.
Ooh, I don't like this place. It's creepy.
Two monstrous statues of grotesque, distorted serpents face each other across the narrow trail leading to Morack's castle.
Well, it looks like there's no way in. Let's turn back.
Come on, Cedric!
See? Dead end. Let's go back now.
No, I'll figure this out.
Graham tugs hard on the grate, but soon finds it's rusted in place and can't be budged.
Oh, you're crazy to go down into that dark hole. You don't know what's down there.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
No, mind if I wait for you here?
No, that's a good idea, Cedric. You be the lookout out here.
Yes. I'll be the lookout. Ooh, be careful, Graham.
A huge beast, sporting a fluffy topknot bound in a crude hairpin on top of his head, skulks in one dark corner of the labyrinth. Graham reaches down and grabs the hairpin off the labyrinth floor. There is a wooden door here. Perhaps it will lead into the castle. Graham inserts the hairpin into the door's large keyhole and discovers, to his amazement, that it fits perfectly. Turning it ever so gently, he soon hears a soft click, and the door is unlocked. A closed cupboard in the corner of the pantry catches Graham's interest. Inside the cupboard, Graham's eyes fall upon a bag of dried peas. Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham retrieves the bag of dried peas. A lovely young girl with long black hair, olive skin, and flashing green eyes laboriously scrubs the cold stone floor. Though wearing
Don't come near me! Leave me alone!
I would never hurt you. I'd like to help you.
I don't believe you! You're probably one of them!
I'm not. Believe me.
Just go away! Please! I don't want to talk to you anymore!
Warning, this cartoon can
Wherever did you find my gold locket? I thought it was gone for good. I lost it on the island just after I was brought here by Morack.
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. But tell me, who are you, and how did you come to be here?
My name is Princess Cassima, from the Kingdom of the Green Isles. My father, the king, employs a horrible wazir who befriended Morack. When Morack saw me, he immediately wished to marry me and bring me here. Naturally, I refused, and my father agreed with me. But our refusal angered him so much that he sold me here anyway and put me to work as a scullery girl. He says he will never let me go, that a scullery girl I will remain until I agree to marry him. But the thought revolts me. What am I to do?
Don't worry, I'm here to save my family from the evil wizard. He's got them here someplace, imprisoned inside a glass bottle. If I can manage to rescue them, then of course I wouldn't forget you either.
I know the glass bottle you're talking about. It's in Morack's laboratory upstairs.
Keep quiet about my presence. I think this will be the most difficult part of my journey. I may not survive it.
I would never give you away, and I will help you in any way I can, kind sir. By the way, who are you?
I'm King Graham of Daventry.
I think I know where that is. It's very far from my home, though.
Don't worry. Somehow, I'll get you home again. But first, I've got to save my family.
Yes, well, I'll stand by you, King Graham. I'll help if I can.
Thanks. I may need it.
Well,
I'd better get back to work. And you should keep out of sight.
Aye, aye, m'lady.
A hideous yet fascinating pipe organ commands attention as Graham walks through a downstairs hallway. A massive dining table has been placed before a large, ornate fireplace. Water, dripping down strands of slimy vegetation hanging from the ceiling, forms a small pool on the cell's cold stone floor. Graham can see a small, moldy piece of cheese just inside the mouse hole. Graham finds that his hand is too large to reach very far into the small mouse hole. There, got it. The fishhook did the trick in retrieving the piece of cheese from the mouse hole.
Hello.
What? Oh, Princess Cosima, where did you come from?
From the labyrinth. I spend a lot of time down here, you know, with my friends.
Friends?
Yes, like Zink and Sam. I don't know if you ever saw Sam or not. Anyway, I found this loose stone once that led here, to this cell. Now come on, you'd better get out of here.
A large beast lies stunned on the floor. It wouldn't be wise for Graham to carry the cat around. Many books and scrolls line the shelves of Morack's library. As Graham looks them over, however, he finds them mostly unintelligible. Graham can see into Morack's bedroom through the open doorway. Since most of Morack's books and scrolls are beyond Graham's comprehension, he wisely decides to ignore them. Since most of Morack's books and scrolls are beyond Graham, a large tome lying open upon a corner desk attracts Graham's curiosity. None of these particular books interest Graham. A large tome lying open upon a corner. This looks interesting. Graham wonders what the symbols mean. The strange symbols have been burned into Graham's memory, and there is no need to look at them again. Perhaps they'll be of use later. Morack lies asleep on his huge, horrendous bed. An odd machine of tubes, gears, weights, and tiny figures surrounding an unusual sphere-like object attracts Graham's curiosity. Graham has no idea what Morack does with this strange contraption, but it couldn't be good. Inside the lower portion, a foul-smelling liquid bubbles, while two dangling spiked gizmos hang on a massive yoke above a couple of flat iron platters. Graham tosses the moldy cheese into the machine's bubbling liquid. Morack's wand now barely glows. Perhaps its power has weakened, while Crispin's old wand now appears completely energized. The bizarre machine looks very
What's going on here? I'll take care of you, you swine.
Crispin!
What the? What have you done to my wand? You think you can outwit me, little man? Ha! Let me show you a thing or two. Why, you little... You think you're so smart, don't you? Well, I've got you now.
Say goodbye, swine. So, this is the way you want to play.
Warning, this cartoon contains material that may be necessary for...
Now why won't you work? Oh, Princess Cosima. Well, I did it. Morack is dead.
Dead? Are you sure? Maybe he's only trying to trick you.
He's dead, all right. He turned himself into a fire, and I put him out with rainwater. He'll never bother anyone else ever again. But now I have a bigger problem. I don't know what to do about my family or my castle. I don't know how to turn them back to normal.
After all you've been through, there must be a way.
Crispin!
I have the solution to all your problems, Graham. While you and Cedric were gone, I did some asking around, and I found out that your son, Alexander, had the dubious distinction, if you may, of turning Morack's brother, Manannan, into a cat some time back. Obviously, this deed angered Morack, who could do nothing about it, since this particular spell could only be undone by the actual perpetrator, your son. It doesn't take a great genius to figure out that Morack took your family and castle in revenge to try to persuade Alexander to restore Manannan back to his old self. I did discover, as now I see, that your castle and family were miniaturized and imprisoned inside a glass bottle. I did some research and found the spell for turning everything back to normal. Now watch. Hocus pocus, alley-ocus.
Valanies, my children, my joy knows no limit.
Oh, Father, I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, Princess Cosima, how could I forget you? Come over here. Let me introduce you to my family. This is my wife, Queen Valanice, my daughter, Princess Rosella, and my son, Prince Alexander, who started this whole mess. All of you, this is Princess Cosima from the land of the Green Isles. Without her, none of us would be standing here now. She bravely saved my life.
My lady, I am deeply in your debt, and I will make it up to you. With your permission, I'd like to travel to the land of the Green Isles to see you.
All right, now that we've done with all the formalities, let's get on with business, shall we? Higgledy, higgledy, pooh! Be assured that your castle is right back where it belongs, and the right size too. But now it's time that everyone return to their homes, with my help, of course. Alakazam, Alakazoo, Alakaz...
Wait! What about Cedric?
Where is Cedric?
Over there. Morack may have killed him. Is there anything you can do about it?
Let me think. Ah, yes. I think I know. Abracabara? No, abracadora? Now what is that confounded word? Oh, yes! Abracadabra!
Oh, Crispin!
Cedric, it sure is good to see you again.
Oh, likewise, I'm sure.
All right, enough is enough. Let's get on with it. Okay, Cosima, let's send you home first. Wasn't that the land of the Green Isles?
Yes, that's right. I can't wait to see my parents again. Goodbye, Alexander. Perhaps we'll meet again.
You can be sure of that, my lady.
Before you send us all home, Crispin, I just want to thank you for all your help. And you too, Cedric. I wouldn't be standing here with my family without you two. I'm deeply, deeply grateful.
All in a day's work, my boy. All in a day's work, right, Cedric?
Right, Crispin.
Okay, back home you go. Alakazam. Alakazoo. Alakazee.
Well, there she is, our happy home, and we're all safe and sound once more. Let's go home, shall we?
Yes, let's.